All right, good morning. I am out here working on a little project that you'll probably see in an upcoming video, but because it's nice out and because I'm kind of sitting here stationary, I wanted to also give you just a little bit of an update, kind of a real-time update on where we're at. So today is May 9th, Thursday, 10th, 11th, that's right, May 9th. The video that accompanies this intro is, I believe, back from sometime in March. I'll put it on the screen here because I don't remember exactly, but it's from sometime in March. So back in March, which feels like a lifetime ago, a lot was different. I was still working at my career, my job. Sitting here today, this is the 4th official day of my unemployment. Last Friday, the 3rd, May 3rd, was my last day at work, which was, I would say, bittersweet. You know, I mean, this kind of dream, what we're doing, is been a long time in the making, but the company that I worked for was really stellar, and there's a lot of really great people that I enjoyed seeing every day, and so that part of it is hard. Also, not having an income is going to be hard. We don't really know what that's like yet because we're not even a week into this thing. There's going to definitely be some difficult times coming up, but it's all right. It's all part of the master plan. We this week have been hitting the RV hard, you know, and in future episodes you'll see, gosh, yesterday and the day before we got the countertop installed. We got the sink installed. The electrical system is completely done. The plumbing system is almost done. So it's getting pretty close. We still have a tremendous amount to do, but compared to the video that you'll watch after this, we're much further along. Our schedule is we have to be out of this house and on the road by June 15th. Now, we're going to try and shoot for earlier than that. Well, we're shooting for the end of May, but then maybe the 10th of June as a worst case scenario. We are this Saturday, May 11th, attempting to sell, I'll say, all of our stuff. We are keeping some stuff like my tools and some artwork and just some special things, but we are trying to sell, gosh, I would say 80% of our stuff. And so that's been quite the ordeal, just going through everything, pricing everything. We've gone through stuff like twice, thinking we were saving things and then realized that we have too much stuff we were trying to save. So we're having a massive sale this Saturday. Luckily, the timing works out great because every year there's what's called the West Seattle Garage Sale Day, and hundreds of homes in the West Seattle region all have a yard sale on the same day. So there's like literally thousands of people that show up and just flood this entire neighborhood. It's gonna be really sunny. Oh, there's a squirrel that just walked up right here with a peanut in its mouth. That timing works out great because there will be like magnitudes more people that show up than if we just had it on a random day. We've had one other yard sale a few weeks ago and we still did pretty well. We made like $1,300, but gosh, I feel like we didn't even make a dent in how much stuff we have. That's gonna change on Saturday. Everything must go. So today, Thursday, Megan and I are doing only like house packing and sale prep stuff. Same thing tomorrow to get ready for Saturday. So we're kind of taking a little mini hiatus from the motorhome. I was working on a couple of projects out here that, like I said, you'll see in a future episode. I'm refurbishing a buddy's wallet right now. So that's it. I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna finish my coffee. Megan and I are just gonna blast through the house and try and get as much packed and ready and priced for the yard sale as possible. So that's it. I wanted to give you kind of a quick real-time update because the videos are lagging behind. I'm going to attempt to get us caught up so that by the time we leave in first week of June, the videos are a week or so behind that, so it's more real-time. But y'all, editing the videos is like, it takes a lot of time and it's been a challenge, and there's just a lot of footage and we have a lot going on, so it's been really difficult to keep up on a weekly basis. So I'm trying to find that balance between having a backlog of footage so that I can be consistent with the releases and being more true to actual time. Anyways, I wanted to give you a real-time update. That's where we're at. Exciting stuff going on around here, folks. Enjoy the episode.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we are heading into a new weekend. My mom is no longer here, so that means Emerson has to come out to the RV with us, so we're trying to get things organized and get him set up so that we can start getting some stuff done. Just kind of a normal 2-day, cold, rainy weekend.
Yes, but we're gonna get a lot done. We're trying to stay positive and be productive despite the barriers that are placed before us.
Yes, indeed.
So what are we going to do this weekend? What's kind of our main theme?
Yeah, so our main goal really that we're working toward right now is getting the plumbing hooked up. We are going to install our new, previously used a little bit, water heater. And we are also going to cut a larger hole. This is our old water connection door, and this is our new water connection door. And while they look similar, they're slightly different, and so we have to cut a larger hole.
We're trying to get all the plumbing. We want to wrap up the plumbing, so we need to figure this out. That's step one. We also have the exterior shower that you saw us remove. We need to get that reinstalled. The water heater, that needs to go in. Is that it? I guess so. Those are the outside things. And then, of course, we have all the sink stuff inside, but we want to be able to install those so that we can start to make those plumbing connections. Yeah. So that's kind of the main thing. Then, we have a whole other list.
Projects.
And, there are things that we can do in bad weather and good weather, and then things that don't really matter. This is kind of just the things that we're theoretically hoping to tackle this weekend. But we'll see. Yeah, some of these things. So we're, this is other stuff too. Hey, look at that. We cleaned the house. We took monkey pictures. Last weekend we actually packaged and mailed off my hair for donation. We're gonna sell a big chair today. Okay. So yeah, we're doing all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna do that. Megan and I are gonna try and tackle the water heater, and we're gonna go from there. Cool?
Yep.
Okay, Emmer, are you ready to do some RV stuff? Give me some. Nice.
I guess. Just kidding.
Since we're in here, look at this. Pretty intense. This is like RV staging area right here, right in our living room, because we have no other space. We have the water heater. We had to get a special door that fit, which is this. So Megan did all that research and got this. The cabinets were kind of coming along. We got a first kind of ish coat on this. This is the bathroom, which is kind of a nice dark gray cracked pepper. This is this cool green color that we're painting the bottom cabinets in the kitchen. We've got our sink here, which hopefully works because we bought it back in November. It's gonna be great. And then, yes, over here, we have our Dometic cooler and our Moen faucet. We bought a bunch of stuff on Black Friday. And so the benefit is we saved a bunch of money. The negative is if anything doesn't work, we can't return it. So, we'll see how that works out. Okay, ready, fam? Let's do it. Kismet on 3. Yeah. All right, so good news. We pretty much instantly got shut down. Out here with the problem. This does not shoot small. It's like the exact same size as the opening, but that doesn't leave us any space for this to overlap, for us to do any of the waterproofing. There's really nothing else we can buy off the shelf to fix this. So it's gonna be a custom job. Our alternative is I go to a place called Tap Plastics, and for $20 have a piece of like white PVC or acrylic or some kind of UV resistant material, and we cut a piece and we make a little custom trim ring. I think that's what we're going to try and do, but of course can't do that right now. It's something I'll have to try and pick up next week. So we're kind of shut down on this. Let's go find something else to try and work on. We have a plan. Yeah, the water heater install, it didn't work. We got to get something else. Oh, and as a fun little bonus, the plastics place that I was going to go to get that piece we talked about that was right next to my work is of course closed now. Like not today, like permanently. So we are retooling. Megan and Emerson are going to, Emmer, what are you going to do?
Take off all the tape on it.
Yeah, can you hang on for just a minute because that's super noisy. They're going to take off all this blue tape now that we're kind of done with the main painting around the windows. So they're going to do that. Cool. All right, get after it. Thanks, guys. I am going to install some light fixtures, hopefully. These little guys right here. We got two little puck lights, which I'll show you here in a sec, and two little dimmer switches. We're going to put two here and two back in the bedroom. These are not really like our decorative fancy lights. We're gonna get a few of those. These are kind of just the more utilitarian functional ones. These are the little fixtures that we got. We got 4 of these. This is a nice black kind of anodized milled aluminum. You know, I mean, this is just made in China stuff, but it actually, like, the quality seems pretty nice. These things, you know, pivot a little bit, which is kind of cool. And then, because these things don't have a switch, and there's no kind of house switch for these, I got these little dimmer switches. And the nice thing about this is it's like an actual button on off, and you can push to hold and it'll dim. And they're just really small, and so we're gonna put these up under the cabinet, kind of just near each one of these, and bada bing, bada boom. Megan's back here bragging about some perfect tape job. Let's check this out.
Well, that was usually.
Oh yeah! Wow, that is great. That is great.
The curved corners, and I cut a little notch in that thing, and
that's great. Like here,
right,
you know, that's mine. I just use a bunch of little pieces to make the round corner. Mama got the scissors out and like did it legit.
Look how that is kind of
Hey there. So Brett went to go sell a chair, and Emmy and I are out here in the RV, and I am about to create some templates. So on our cabinets, we have all of these little holes here. These holes, the ones along the top, along the other side. On this side, we have those ones, large ones, little ones, large ones. And so I need to create a template because we are going to get some rattan type of material and we're going to put them in those spaces. Okay, so here are the templates that I made. There are a surprising number of sizes of openings. Like this is just for the above the sink cabinet sides. So we need to make 2 of those. There's one that's on a bunch of the cabinets. Yeah, this one right here. So you can see that this goes in 4 different cabinet areas. So I've marked where they go and how many of them we need to make for those areas. So we should be all set.
Okay, quick closing video because we're about to wrap up for the day. We haven't filmed a lot because we've kind of just been buzzing around and it's been a little bit hectic, but wanted to give you guys an update on what we did today, and then we'll jump into some more stuff tomorrow. But I'll start out here and then we'll show you what Megan was doing. One of the main things we did in this room, is that we've been wanting to do for a while, is this is where the fresh water tank and a lot of the plumbing ends up being. And so we wanted to somehow waterproof this whole area. So I've rubberized this entire area. It's still wet in there so that if any water does accumulate there, it at least won't soak into anything. We've done the same thing with the bathroom. So you can see we rubberized this entire floor. And if you remember, I know the lighting's pretty bad. We also have in here installed this vertical flashing, and then the Turnabond and the rubber coating goes on top of that, so that this entire bathroom area here is really kind of just like a little bathtub that you could, you know, theoretically fill up with an inch of water and it wouldn't go anywhere. Hopefully that never happens. The other thing that we did in here is we've reinstalled all of the and more framing components that will allow us to install this raised floor. So previously this L piece of wood was the only support outside of these 2 ledgers. So I've added this one that kind of cantilevers out to protect this pipe. I've added this little kind of gravity block here, and then I added a ledger on that back end there. And then Mama's back here, I think, pretty much finished painting all of these cabinets.
For the 3rd, 4th?
Well, they now have 5 or so coats on them, but the paint that we are installing today is an acrylic cabinet specific paint, which is much more durable and easier to clean than the eggshell that we painted the ceiling and the walls with. It's really nice and white in here. It looks yellow right now because the white balance is all messed up because this big LED, but it's looking really good. Nice, man.
And then the other thing that we did is we got these holes for the lights and the little dimmer switches installed. I think think that is gonna about do it for today. We are going to wrap up and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
What are we doing? What are you about to do? What's that in your hand?
Well, we rented one of those steam, I don't know, this little big green from the hardware store.
Yeah, so Mama's got this all set up, got this cleaned. She's about to use this thing for the first time. We are going to, so a couple of things we don't know if we're gonna keep yet, but we may, and so we're wanting to clean it is these door panels, the chairs, and then theoretically some of this headboard stuff. Mama did both of the chairs.
Well, no, I'm halfway done with
Oh,
this chair.
okay, 1.5 chairs.
And
one door panel.
I mean, I wouldn't say that they're like
Yeah.
pristinely clean. I mean, they definitely still have stains on them and stuff, but there's only so much you can do at some point.
But, I mean, obviously they're cleaner than they were. Okay.
Hopefully
nice.
you're not eating.
All right, cool. So while I've got you a few other updates, so this is something I got up to kind of right at the end of the day yesterday. This is where our little porch light contraption is going to go. This is the new piece of wood that we installed here. This has just been kind of temporarily blocked off, but I did a little first coat of rubberizer in there to kind of waterproof that cavity. We'll do a few more coats on that. A couple other things that I'll show you quickly. We got the seat belt frame reinstalled. We went out this morning and got nice stainless steel hardware. Of course, the stuff that they put in here before was not stainless steel, so it was all rusted 6 ways to Sunday. So that now is premium. You think that's funny? We also installed it on the wall. Now, when the Nimrods that built this thing first installed it, they realized that they had put these holes in the wrong spot, and so they just cranked this thing over because it, you know, there you can kind of see, well, I don't know if you can see, you can kind of see there's a gap here, about a 1/4 inch gap. So instead of, I don't know, trying to fix it, they just like racked the thing so it was all tweaked and bent out of shape, which is not ideal. So I've got, you're not gonna be able to see, but I put nice neoprene, like heavy non-strength, non-compression 1/4 inch washers back there so that it spaces this away from the wall. And then we've got a really nice lagged connection. So this thing is super sturdy. We got new seat belts on order, which is awesome. Nice kind of like tan camel color ones. But the other ones were just all rusted and gross. And this is where Emerson's car seat is gonna sit. We painted it black. It was brown and all rusted, so we completely removed that. We've got this rubberizer under here. This is the fresh water tank that we're kind of just test fitting because I want to start to map out some of these plumbing connections so we can start to get that thing reinstalled. The other thing that we did that you probably saw in a previous video is we put this back. I cut out these sections so that in the future, if you lift up the seat, you'll be able to see down in here, which previously you couldn't. So if there's ever a leak, or if you ever have to pull wires through there, you actually have access to it. Guys, we're finally starting to like put stuff back together, which feels relieving. All right, cool, getting back to it.
Bye.
Okay, so quick update. Mama just finished all of the steam cleaning. That turned out great, right? We're gonna do the gross stuff next.
Yay.
But before that, I wanted to give y'all a quick update. Look at that, I got that aluminum track in there. How nice is that? We put this aluminum track here. You can see how close it is to the wheel well. Of course, the Nimrods that built this thing didn't have any support there because they couldn't figure out a way to support it back there and have it so close to the wheel well. $15 piece of aluminum track. So that thing is gonna be sturdy. This is all rubberized.
Nice.
I got this little block that like I stuck down in the wet rubber. So now there's support every which way. This floor is going to be solid. Cool.
Sweet.
Come check this out. Look at this amateur electrical zone here. So 12-volt battery, the little dimmer I got,
Oh yeah.
the light switch.
Oh cool.
And so it's a, you know, it's on off, you know, you can push
Yeah.
it, but then also
Oh.
It's got the dimmer. Yeah, And then I also got these little Wago connectors, which is kind of mixed reviews on these, but a bunch of actual commercial electricians use them. So they seem legit, you know. I think for high voltage, not high voltage, but for like 120, I don't think they're great because it puts a lot of resistance in this, but that's it.
Sweet.
Amateur electrician signing off. Oh my gosh. I mean, this, look at this. And it's got this nice dimming function. For some reason, this makes me feel so good. Like finally putting something back and validating that it works and it looks nice. Super pumped. I added a little block here so it doesn't feel so flimsy when you're operating this switch. But look at that. Guys, that looks so nice, right? Right? Sweet. So much nicer than what was there. So there's gonna be 2 of these, which are kind of like little reading lights. This is the bed right here. Sorry, should have shown that. These holes right there had big speakers. Speakers that were hooked up to the cab, which didn't really make much sense to us because you're not gonna be back here when you're driving. And when you are back here wanting to listen to music, you're not gonna have the cab on. So we pulled those speakers out. We are gonna have to use the old speaker cover, and I think we're just gonna paint it and install it just to cover those holes, but no sweat. I did have a fantasy about like finding Bluetooth integral speakers to put there so we actually could listen to music. I don't know, we might try and figure that out. The Endless Adventure folks, they did it. So I know they exist, but that's kind of plan B. So in the meantime, look at this. I'm so pumped on this. All right, Megan's down. Look at her, she's out there. She's directly under us. She's steam cleaning the under area, not the gross side. This side's dirty, but she hasn't got to the like black tank sewer side yet. How's it, is it cleaning it?
I mean, cleaning?
Well, but like is the like stains and stuff coming out?
The stains are not coming out.
Really?
No.
Oh, dang.
I mean, the water in there looks black, so it looks pretty gross.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the stains are not coming out. I mean, it's definitely going to be better than it was.
All right.
But, yeah, if we were hoping that it was going to look new.
I was hoping it was going to look new.
Oh, you were hoping it was going to look new?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, babe.
All right. Well, thanks for doing that.
Okay. This is what came out of the seats and the undercarriage of the RV.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right, quick little outro. We wanted to give you all a status update. We didn't film a lot this weekend because it was kind of hectic and there was just a ton going on, but I feel like we got a lot done, right? This was kind of our weekend sticky to-do list thing. Let's see what we got here. So front bench seat, we've kind of, it's not done, but it's kind of, I think we got done what we intended to get done here. 12-volt lights installed. Steam clean, done. Nice.
Done.
Paint bedroom walls, done. Gravity water connections, done. You know, you guys saw a major fail on this. We gotta figure that out. And let's see. I mean, that's looking pretty good.
Front rusty trim.
Yeah, we gotta.
It's too rainy.
That's a good weather activity, and we didn't have good weather today.
We did
huh?
not.
All right. We'll see you next weekend.
See ya. Good afternoon. Bye.
Similar to me, just get down. Ready?